So welcome to Rapid Lick 3.1. Now the reason we're at point 1 is because this is a continuation on Rapid Lick number 3. And as the guitar is probably giving you a little hint now, it's a Randy Rhoads lick. I got the idea for this from actually a Steel Panther solo. Somebody sent me a little tab of Satchel from Steel Panther sliding into this lick, and they were like, hey, this sounds familiar. I'm like, yeah, it does sound familiar. It's a Randy Rhoads lick. I just never seen anyone slide into it before. So I thought, why don't we just take this lick and make a whole run out of it with the slide? I mean, it's still Randy Rhoads inspired, right? Maybe with a little bit of pinch of Satchel from Steel Panther, but what the heck, it sounds kind of cool. Basically, this lick is more or less identical to the lick I taught in Rapid Lick 3. Just the difference is, instead of playing it like I did just a minute ago, noodling, you know, like across the fretboard, we're going to be going up. So anyway, if you haven't seen that Rapid Lick, and you're not familiar with what I just played, maybe go check that out, come back, and I'll show you this one. If you've already done that one, stay tuned, because we're going to break it down. Alright, so for the purpose of this video, we're going to be doing this in good old A minor pentatonic. It's a scale I think everybody's familiar with, and that should keep things more or less simple. So for those of you who don't know what that sounds like, it'll sound like this. Rocket science, people. Rocket science. Okay. So the lick. Let me play that once through, and then we'll get into it. Whoops. Helps if I have volume. Alright, good. Let's break it down. Okay, so what I'm doing here is basically just the same Randy Rhoads lick that you hear everywhere. So for those who don't know who that sounds like, it's basically this thing. That's the whole lick. All we're going to be doing is sliding off of that idea. So kind of like that, right? Alright, so to play this thing, what I need you to do, find your B string on the 5th fret. That's going to be the first note of the sequence. So you can almost imagine like you're sliding into it and just kind of go like that or something. And then what you need to do is jump onto your high E string on the 3rd fret. Hammer on, pull off, and then hammer back on, or play, I should say, the 5th fret B string. So what do we have so far? Good? Okay, now to finish off the Rhoads sequence, you got to go back up onto your high E string and hit the 3rd fret again. All right, so here is everything all together. This is the only sequence we're going to be playing. We're just going to slide all the way through the pentatonic scale. Got that? Good. Now you take your ring finger, which was on the 5th fret, and you slide that up into the next position. So like that. So what I did was I slid from the 5th fret on the B string all the way up into the 8th fret on the B string. And we repeat the pattern over again, but now we're in a new pentatonic shape. So what you need to do, after you've slid into the 8th fret on the B string, pick the 5th fret on the high E string, and you guessed you're going to hammer on and pull off up into the 8. Back to the 8 on the B. Back to the 5 on the... Back to the B on the 8, and we slide up to the next position. So far, here's what we got, people. Good. So that slide just took us now up to the 10th fret on the B string. And you guessed it, we got to repeat this pattern. So now that we're in another pentatonic shape, what I need you to do is jump back onto the 8th fret of the high E string, hammer on and pull off, but this time we're going to be hammering on and pulling off from the 10. That's right, back to where you just slid up. So that's B string on the 10th fret, back onto the high E string, 8th fret. And then, of course, this keeps on sliding up, so we're going to slide up again. Now, the thing about this slide, because of the pentatonic shape, now we've gone from the B string on the 10th fret, and we've slid all the way up to the 13th. So the shape here is a little bit different, but we'll get to that. All right, so let's play through to where we are, and then we'll carry on, okay? Good. Okay, I went one extra note too far, but you got the drift. All right, so we've slid here up into the 13th on the B. Now what you need to do, jump down to the E string on the 10 and hammer on a 12 and pull off, and then back onto that B string. So that's right, then back to the E string, back to the B string. Now we're going to slide from the 13th fret on the B string up to the 15th. And that's right, we start repeating this Rhoads lick again. So now from the 15th fret on the B string, you need to play the 12th fret on the high E string, hammer on and pull off from the 15th back to the B. So here's what we got. And you got to go back to the B again on the 15th to finish the phrase. All right, now from the 15th on the B string, you need to go ahead and slide yourself up to the 17th fret on the B string. Then you guessed it, the phrase repeats, so jump onto the 15th on the high E string, hammer onto 17, pull off, back onto the B, back onto the E, and then back onto the B again, and we'll slide once more. So basically this is what we got. Good. All right, people, we're almost at the finish line. Let's do this all the way through together, right to the last sequence, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, we're caught up. So now you're going to take that last note, which is the B string on the 17th fret, slide that all the way up to 20. Perfect. Now we're back in a good old pentatonic box shape, number 1. So from here, jump back onto the 17 on the high E string, hammer on pull off from 20, back onto the B string on the 20, back onto the high E string on the, I gotta look, on, oh I really do have to look, on the 17, and then back again onto that B string on the 20th, and that's the end of the phrase. But you don't really want to end here. You probably want to resolve. So we're in A minor. I'd recommend you find yourself the nearest A and finish the whole phrase on that. So you got an A right sitting there at 17 on the high E. Or if you want, you could always bend this B string on the 20th fret up one whole step, and that'll put you to another A and sounds a bit cooler. That works too. Got it? Good. Okay, let's play this sucker through all together. All right, let's do this up to speed. Anyhow, so that's the entire sequence. I hope you enjoyed it and get some use out of it. It's pretty simple. It uses a very simple pattern which has been around forever. I call it the Randy Rhoads pattern. I'm sure there's probably other players that were using this before him. It's pretty basic pentatonic stuff, but it's good and it's useful. It's versatile. So anyway, use this lick, use this pattern, put it in your own playing. Feel free to hashtag Rapid Licks on Instagram or Rapid Lick 3.1. I'd love to see any videos you post of yourself playing along to this. And as always, keep on shredding and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Nailed it!